So we're going to start. This is a bit of a different presentation than what I've usually done in the past with the other boys. Who's been here before? Christmas. Yes, we didn't do a presentation though. You're new, but yeah, welcome to our Magic Brothers quarterly review for the April to June. I do really like having these sort of sessions. I don't think anyone else in our industry ever does this, especially at like a hospo joint. But I find this really valuable because I really value your time, your attention, and all the work that you guys do for Magic Brothers. And I want to have a bit of fun. So these are like these sessions where we can come all get together, a bit of hiking, a bit of learning, and we can kind of journey on together for the future. And we can just take a couple of things out of I guess like the journey that I'm on, and then you guys are accompanying as well. So thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. This is kind of the idea of what we always want to achieve in life, getting to like the top of the mountain. It's something that we as humans are always striving for. We always feel like we want to reach to the very top. We'll achieve something, we'll feel like we're there, and the next thing, we're on to the next thing. We're on to, okay, after I've got that Lamborghini, what's next? I want to get the Bugatti. We're always going to be like that. So this is just like a really nice reminder. That came up a bit early. This is a really nice reminder to remember to understand what your achievements are, and actually giving yourself a bit of gratification on them. Right? When you do hit something, don't just go switch onto the next thing. This is something that I really struggle with as well. That's why I'm trying to bring it up again, because I'm a very like, okay, what's the next thing? I want to just achieve this goal, and then I don't really understand the hard work that I put in to achieve this, and I don't give myself that like self-love. And I think it's like really important because we can just kind of get like lost in the automation of doing. Has anyone felt like this before? Yes. Can anyone give me an example on like what they, like if you have, or what they felt like they achieved something and then they just like went to the next thing?
School, I guess.
School? What part?
Like, do a sack and then you put another one the day after.
Yep.
So,
and you don't really like, do you study for the sack?
The feeling of finishing it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
100%. Anyone else? Great. It's also for like the top of the mountain as well. Is like it actually is very hard to get to the top of the mountain, whatever mountain it is, wherever you are, whatever like genre it is, whether it's like a relationship, whether it's in business, whether it's in your self-development. There is a lot of hard work to get there. Okay, and I don't know if you guys have heard me say this, but I've said I don't believe in balance. You know how people say live a very balanced lifestyle? It is good, but I think it's stages. It's stages in your life where you have to push really hard sometimes, and you forgo relationships, and you forgo a bit of your health if it's like a career thing, or vice versa. You let go. You pull back on work a bit to work on your health a bit more when you need to. So that when I say, when people say, oh, you should just be balanced, I don't believe in that. Personal stories, because I feel like I've been balanced like for the past like 8 years of my life. When I was like before 24, from 18 to 24, I was very balanced. Going, working Monday to Friday, going out on the weekends, wanting some money, and then rinse and repeat. It's quite very balanced. I feel like personally I could be a lot further ahead if I worked a lot harder early on, and then during my later stages I can have a bit of that relaxation time. Okay, this is just all personally as well. And I guess I just wanted to share my experiences. Any questions so far, or any thoughts? Cool. So this is, the or is this one, which is, oh wait, it doesn't go there. Cool. The or is with people. So that was all by yourself. I did forget to explain a little bit there, but the purpose of that other photo was like, the really important thing about achieving goals is doing it with people, and doing it alongside family, friends, loved ones. If you're in a relationship, how do you achieve a really healthy goal of like good communication? And it's not done by like one person. The best way to achieve goals is with people. They say if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Okay? And that's like something that I've taken into my business life as well. It's about, like, life is really actually about connection and being with people. Like, just imagine if like you were just on this world alone, and then you could do anything. Like, you could build a business, build a pizza shop to 50 pizza shops. But what's the point if there's no one around there to do it, to share the experiences, to share the success? So the best part about achieving any sort of goals is trying to do it with people, with loved ones, and then sharing that success with them as well. Cool. Any questions? Fantastic. I didn't expect there to be any. And then last part of this kind of this talk show of goal setting, I think, is, it's not really goal setting. What is it actually about? It's about like maneuvering through life. Okay, and I really love this graph. Has everyone seen this graph before? No. This is something that I take into my business life. It's very prevalent right now. And I only learned this about like 6 months ago, but this is a emotional cycle of change, okay? And it's about how we go through a cycle of, how is it? Is it a cycle of change? I guess it's a cycle of change. I use this in terms of like my career and business sense as well, but it can be used in like a relationship sense. So basically, this is, say for example, I work in pizza. This is the example, like this is the personal example. So I have a pizza shop, and I know that if I work really hard in pizza, I can be really successful. Okay? What happens is, uninformed optimism, I'm optimistic about the pizza shop, but I don't know what there is in store, like what kind of work is there, okay? During this cycle, so to my success, I start to go through to informed pessimism, so informed pessimism is, I understand what the work is, what work is there to do. So I know that it's going to take 6 days a week at me working in the shop, hiring staff, training staff, not only employing people, but working on my accounts, working on my my bookkeeping, making sure my cash flow is up. So this section is when you understand what there is to do, and it's like quite hard, okay? And then basically, valley of despair is like, shit, this is actually really hard. Building a business is really hard, training people is really hard, all these things that feel really hard. And what most people do, this is what I used to think, from here, they go back up to here because my friend is in crypto and he's making $1 million because he's here. And so what I do is I go, oh, you know what, fuck the pizza business, I'm going to go into crypto. So I go back up to here and I go, cool, I heard my friend has made $1 million, he did this, this and this, okay? And then the next cycle is I go down to here again because I am now informed what it takes, that this guy did 2,000 hours for the past 3 months on studying crypto. He was up 8 hours a day learning about charge. He invested $5,000 multiple times into like different courses. And now that I know this, I'm like, fuck, that's actually really hard. And then I'm trying to be great at crypto, and then I get here. And what's the next thing we do again? We think, fuck, okay, what's the next thing? Because it feels really hard. It feels really hard to get out of this valley of despair into informed optimism, which is the, oh fuck, sorry guys, which is going to be the time where you understand what it takes to be successful in that field, okay? And then what do you think the line down here is going to be? What's this scale on, if anyone has a guess? What are we measuring?
Time.
Georgios. Well done. So this is time, this whole thing. And it takes time to go through changes. If I think I can build a business and have 10 pizza shops, 20 pizza shops in a year, 2 years, maybe even 5 years, I'm kidding myself. And that goes for anything in terms of change that you want to make. If it's studying for a SAC, you're not going to study for a SAC that you've known about for 3 months for 2 hours and expect a good result. You've got to study hard for that. It's like a relationship. You're not going to go into a relationship not knowing anything about communication or what it takes to be in love, or I don't even know what that takes, but I'm still learning about that stuff as well. But like what it takes to, you know, build a relationship, build something beautiful. You need to read some books. You need to work at it. You need to communicate openly. You got to be vulnerable in your feelings. And then for business as well, it's about all them hours that I need to do. It's all of the hours that I have to wake up at 8 o'clock. I work until 3, and then I, you know, if I go to the gym or not, and then I go to work at night time. It's all them hard work that does take a long time to get through. But if you can understand this metric, I think it's really important. I want to share this with you guys because every single thing that you do that is hard, it's worth doing, but also it's going to take time. So it's about the time and also the effort that you need to put into whatever thing that you want to achieve. And then, and try not to, like, you can pivot. It's okay to pivot. Like, for example, if pizzas aren't doing well, maybe we can do, you know, like wood fire pizza, for example. It's a terrible example. But instead of like switching so much because you hear on the other side that, oh, my friends in banking, or my friends in finance, or my friends in sales, really need to give what you're trying to do a really good shot. And I'm here right now basically with a shot, and I remind myself, because if I'm here and I try to do something else, because how many times have I thought, fuck, this is really hard. I'm earning like 5 to 10% profit at the end of the week. It should be like 15 to 20. There's not really like much money in pizza. It's really hard to like buy this new shop. I could go do something else, but I know that if I stick with it, enough time, enough effort, we will get to the other side. And I'm starting to come up to this informed optimism because I'm starting to know what I'm doing, and we'll get there into the success. Any questions about that? Does everyone understand that? Cool. Fantastic. So this next image is just like, what path do you want to take? I think it is important to choose not the right path, but it's the direction of what you feel you want to do, because the direction will lead you to the path. I didn't choose pizza because I know I'm going to be, because I think I know I'm going to have 15, 20 shops in the end. This is what feels right for me now, because I feel like this is the path that will lead into my success, and you got to go on it.